What invention is so good that it actually can't be improved upon? The XLR cable. Until they can beam something directly into your head, we kind of hit a dead end for perceived sound. The simplicity of what a cable can do by allowing both AC and DC power to flow through so you can power and draw signal from a microphone. Plus the fact it's so simple to remove the noise you get from outside interference makes it even more genius. Paperclip. Last major patent was in the 1880s. Then how do you explain Clippy? That bastard can go to hell. He just wants to help you. Costa and Skillet Estate, 1707. Rapunzel has entered the chat. The best most upvoted 3 answers are scattered throughout this video. Stay till the end to not miss them. Here's the one at the 3rd place. A mirror is as good as it gets for its usage. Pizza. You can change it up, you can ruin it, and you can fold it half like a crazy calzone munching madman. But you can't beat perfection. The calzones betrayed me. It's about the cones. The brick. It has been made of mud, then mud with straw, then mud with clay, then finally with clay alone. That is as far as progress has taken the brick. In the, guess, 8,000 years since it was invented, and it is still in use today. Someone, lost in the obscurity of ancient history, realized that you couldn't build really strong stone structures with irregularly shaped small natural stones, and hewing huge lumps of stone into regular shapes was just ridiculously hard work. That person also observed that mud that fell into a fire was left hardened when the fire died down. So they figured that if you shaped mud into regular shapes, big enough to carry one in each hand, you would have all the advantages of small irregular stones and large geometrically carved stones, but with none of the drawbacks of either. This thought must have taken a second to dawn on the inventor. The practical work to prove the concept must have taken a weekend, at most, perhaps a week or 2 to get the shape just right. And here we are, thousands of years later, and the damn thing has barely changed at all. The hollow concrete block is a major improvement. It's way more widely used around the world. And rebar. Rebar is important, too. Zipper. Best way to merge in traffic. I'd say nail clippers. Rich and poor people all use the same thing to clip their nails. Rich people pay poor people to clip their nails for them. The pocket. Girls' pants have entered the chat. Edit. The number of upvotes on this silly comment really speaks for itself. Rubber bands. They work. When I was a kid, rubber bands would last for years. Now most of them fail within a year or so, because they removed the cocaine. Most professional classical music instruments are already in their final stage like piano and violin. Edit. Wording. I would argue that there have been innovations there. Someone added pickups and small speakers to a piano so players could better hear their own playing. The electric violin, the keyboard, woodwind instruments on the other hand. Oh how I live for the day that synthetic reeds actually replace cane. Laguerre is really close, but Van Doren still has them beat, especially on playing feel. Edit. Since so many oboists have snarky comments to make, yes there is a decent oboe synthetic. It's not perfect, and it's expensive, but the technology exists. That mini trident you use to scratch your back, man, that's the best invention of human race. IDK man, the lightsaber under my mom's bed was really nice when I used it as a back massager. The basic sewing needle. It really hasn't changed in thousands of years. There is no need for change. I'd argue that sewing machines are just advanced sewing needles. I still can't figure out how they work. I've seen animations and videos of the mechanics, but my brain refuses to process it and it looks so simple. Almost too simple. https://imgur.com/r/mechanical_gifs/q5ypc6s. A knife. It can do anything. Soup? Poop? I wonder how many new redditors have no idea about poop knife. The spoon is a pretty incredible invention. It can often sub as a fork or a knife, and it has a great name. Those special self-stabilizing spoons to help people with hand tremors feed themselves are pretty cool. Over-engineered for most people, but I'm happy they exist. I should make a self-stabilizing soldering iron. I have a moderate tremor and I can do most things, but I can't fucking solder. And I'm an electrical engineer. But how do you make one without soldering? The soda can. The physics behind it have been perfected. There is a cool YouTube video about it. Plates. You can get the ones that don't smash. It's too good. Edit. Why is this my most upvoted thing on Reddit? Why But thank you all for your upvotes. Zooples. The steam turbine. It is such a useful way to convert heat into electricity that it would not be surprising to see one strapped to a fusion reactor. If one ever gets built, they're already strapped to fission reactors. That's pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, the steam turbine inventor was way ahead of his time. He really was a visionary. Windshield wipers. My engineering professor always lectured us on how perfect the design is and how our new changes made us strictly aesthetic and don't work any better. Until they invent one that cleans the whole window instead of just parts of it. Easy fix. Make the windshield in the shape that the wipers wipe. Fire cooking. We've been trying to improve it for almost 2 million years. God, I hate electric stoves. I've heard the pinsetter machine in bowling alleys has never had a redesign. It was perfect already. It depends. The fundamental mechanisms behind it has stayed the same, but different pinsetters have made minor adjustments to make common issues, well, less common. As of modern day, new high-end pinsetters have actually no perceivable way to change their core design. But yeah, this was what I was gonna say too, lol. Near perfect for its purpose. Who the fuck are you? The pinsetter person? Yes, I'm training to be a pinsetter mechanic and like 3/4 of my close family also knows at least intermediate pinsetter stuff. Sorry. The Schrader valve used to inflate your bicycle tires, car tires, tractor tires, etc. was patented in 1893. It is still used in virtually every tire on the planet. And now you know its name. Edit. My top comment ever. My ego is, like, inflated. Thanks. Jesus Christ, Marie, their tires. Does cheese count as an invention? Yep, it's the final step of a specialized process. The specialized process of forgetting milk for a while. Garlic bread. I dunno. Sliced bread is pretty hard to improve on. Plus it has made life easier for pretty much anyone who enjoys bread. I present to you, double cooked sliced bread. I'll toast to that. The wheel. What are you going to do? Make it rounder? Edit. Guys, it's a joke. I understand that the modern wheel has brakes, suspension, and requires an axle. You can stop blowing up my inbox. Well, they put a tire on it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say a doorway. It's a portal. Plain and simple. An ancient invention that allows us to pass through walls. Sounds pretty awesome when you put it that way. You. Thanks bro. You too. Chopsticks. Talk about consistency. It has been the same way for I have no idea how many years. Is this even a question? The Juicero obviously. Thanks to its Wi-Fi dependency, you can watch porn while your shit's juicing. I actually have an important question along these lines. Is there a sub for stories about reinventing the wheel? I often have a seed of an idea or a problem to solve and then I develop that idea into a better idea. After X number of iterations I realize I've just reinvented something which already exists. Is there any sub for such? As experimental physicists say, 3 months in the lab can save you an afternoon in the library semicolon. Years ago, I was sitting at my computer in a cold room, trying to play a game while keeping warm with the blanket. It was problematic, and I started thinking about how I should sew a blanket with sleeves so I could still have warm arms and keep my blanket in place. After a moment I realized I had just invented the jacket, and felt like a jackass. A few years later, someone made millions off the Snuggie. Brooms haven't changed, no matter how hard Swift tries. I agree, brooms really are as good as it gets. Brooms came close, but brooms are definitely the best way to sound like a car. I'm in me mom's car. Broom broom. Scissors are the perfect tool for cutting and shaping material that will likely never be improved upon. Hoodies. Cold, hoodie. Underdressed, hoodie. No bra, hoodie. Hot, hoodie. Rainy, hoodie. Dead inside, you know it, hoodie. Edit. Punctuation marks. I disagree with hot, hoodie. Now hoodies are cool. Duct tape. I have to disagree. It can be improved upon. It can be rebranded as duct tape. Duck brand duct tape is a thing. Hitachi magic wand. Friend got one that only vibrates on contact. This wasn't the original design, and she says this is a game changer. So, improvements are still possible. Everything electric will be improved at least once more. Switching from cord to cordless version like what? Surprisingly, techs at Disney research did. https://astechnica.com/gadgets/2017/02/scale-wireless-power-transfer/ yes, the Disney. It's basically a Wi-Fi that transfers power to the appliances, not the data. Ravioli. How else you gonna encapsulate cheese inside a noodle? Pierogi. They are a type of Polish dumpling. They are like ravioli except you pan fry them instead of putting them in sauce, and a wider variety of fillings. P-trap. A simple elegant way to prevent odor from coming into your house via sink, toilet, etc. A lot of Asia still doesn't use this. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. The video has ended, and I'm sure you regret it. If you liked it, with your friends shall you spread it? Give me karma, give me credit, but if I'm wrong, and you just hate it, keep your calm, and just forget it. See you soon. Oh yeah, spread it.